Hi, I'm James Heisler. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you secrets. Ed Reverser course is a natural method specifically designed to eliminate erectile dysfunction based on ancient Chinese alternative medicine and perfected over decades. It's a super Viagra except that it's totally natural and the results are virtually instantaneous and automatic. Max, its creator, was a man who went through the same situation as me and so many other men. The ghost of erectile dysfunction almost ruined his life, not to mention his pocket, which was devastated by so many expenditures on false methods. Fortunately, that day in the hospital, he saw a documentary about Genghis Khan and his unusual virility. After some time of research, the author met Dr. Chang, a Chinese doctor specializing in erectile dysfunction, who has been using alternative treatments to combat this disease for decades. Dr. Chang told him about the secret ingredients men use in remote villages in China, where erectile dysfunction pills are not known, and where they live in a toxin-free environment. However, the traditional formula, which worked for people in China, does not work on those of us who are exposed to pollution, processed food, toxic chemicals in water, pesticides. It has even been shown that the chemicals present in plastic bottles can reduce testosterone. It was, as a result of the compilation of ancient knowledge on virility and its adaptation to Western man, that Ed Reverser technique was created. With the help of Dr. Chang and with extensive research on Oriental methods for erectile dysfunction, Max was able to develop the exact and effective method to fight this disease for the man in Western world. I have to admit, at first, I was a little skeptical too, because of the useless money I had already spent on pills, but I saw that I had a 60-day money-back guarantee. That is, I had 2 full months to test it, take the secrets, and use them immediately, and if I wasn't happy with the result, I just had to send an email within the next 60 days to ask for a refund. Does Ed Reverser work? After almost 3 weeks, I invited Catherine to dinner, because I was already becoming financially stable. After lunch, I proposed she to come to my house. She was a little reluctant, but she accepted. I was terribly nervous. I wanted to please her more than anything. Once at home, I put on some music, we had wine, and started kissing. She noticed at first that, against all odds, I had a huge and hard erection between my legs. It was wonderful. Catherine couldn't believe it, but she left the questions for later. That night we had sex several times, and every time I left her ecstatic. I had waited so long to please her, so I took advantage of every second. Best of all, I've been able to leave behind vacuum pumps, pills, hypnosis, surgeries, injections, or any other dubious method that will only leave you with less money and terrible side effects. None of that is involved in the Ed Reverser because it's natural treatment, based on ancient Chinese alternative medicine, perfected over decades. It's been 5 months since Catherine and I made love all night, and things have continued to improve. Our sex life resembles that of 2 horny teenagers, excited to discover each other's bodies. Today I can only thank Ed Reverser and its author. Without this guidance, none of this would be possible. What I like the least Ed Reverser. To be faithful to reality, you have to say the good and the bad, and the truth is that there are things that could be improved. Like for example, the design of the ebook could be improved visually. I mean, it could be more aesthetically pleasing. It is not a miracle method. It requires you to follow the guide step by step to get results. Payment methods are very limited. They only accept cards and PayPal. What I like the most about Ed Reverser. I can't explain the incredible feeling of freedom that Ed Reverser brought out in me once I realized that it worked, and that it was helping me get my sex life back on track. I felt a happiness I thought I had forgotten. Bringing back your manhood. Eliminating your wife's excuses for not having sex. Leaving behind the shame of not being able to satisfy her. Not spending an extra penny on useless and dangerous methods. Being able to have sex several times a day with rock-hard erections. Restoring your self-confidence. Making your partner happy again and rekindling your relationship. Making it clear that no one will please her more in bed than you. No more worrying about infidelities or dissatisfaction with your wife. I could go on indefinitely, but I think it's clear there are thousands of benefits to using this guide. It is so effective that the author guarantees your purchase with a 6 days money-back guarantee if you are not satisfied with the results. However, I am sure this will not be necessary. The Ed Reverser team hardly ever receives these requests. Currently, more than 150 cases of erectile dysfunction are being resolved daily. Yes, daily. And you could be one of them if you trust me and dare to try this manual. My final conclusion. Ed Reverser made a total change in my life, a complete before and after. I managed to put aside my nerves, feel secure in making love, regain my self-esteem, and give her full pleasure in bed. If he made this change with me, why wouldn't it work on you? Let's be honest with ourselves. If we can manage to increase the firmness and duration of our erections, why not? You can be sure that security in your relationship will skyrocket, and your wife or girlfriend will thank you. She'll be the first to feel your success, and she'll be head over heels for you. So what are you waiting for? Click the buy now button below and I'll see you on the other side.